Back today with another tactic for you guys to try out, and this one is a 4-2-2 asymmetric tactic, and it is absolutely beautiful and sent in by another very good viewer of mine. So without further ado, let's get right into this tactic. What's going on there, guys? Kempy here, and welcome back to the Sort It Out SI channel. Welcome back to another video from myself, and thank you for coming back to the channel. And today is another tactic test, and one that I'm very excited to show you guys. It's another tactic built by my good friend Zinklo on the channel. He's helped me out massively with tactics recently. He's got some unbelievable ideas in that brain of his. He's made some fantastic tactics, and this one is another one of them. It's a 4-2-2 asymmetric tactic, which is very good with underdogs, I've found. So we're going to be going through it today. I'll show you some results with different styles of teams. We've got PSG as a powerhouse. We've got Roma as a sort of, challenging position. We've got West Ham a mid-table side, and Las Palmas in the 23-24 season, seeing how they can do, newly promoted from the Premier League, not Premier League, the Liga 2, whatever it's called, the Liga Smart Bank, I believe it's called. But starting off is PSG, and it's top of Ligue 1, as you would expect, but 34 games played, 2 draws and 0 losses is absolutely beautiful. Just 2 draws all season is exactly what we love to see. 115 goals, 12 goals conceded all season, giving us a data hub of 0.35 goals conceded, 3.38 goals scored. And overall, a very good tactic. Possession-wise, sitting at 60%, the fewest shots against by around 20, and the most shots for by nearly 300. An absolutely dominant season. You expect to win the league with PSG, but going invincible is something. Going invincible, just 2 draws all season, and then a 103 goal difference is absolutely beautiful. The rest of the competitions we've done quite well, and we won the Coupe de France, a 5-2 win against Reims. We managed to win the Trophy de Champs, a 1-1 on the penalties against RC Lens, and sadly we fell at the final hurdle in the Champions League, losing 3-1 to Bayern Munich, where we were absolutely dominated, to be honest. Bayern Munich, very good side. Start up in that 5-back, and maybe, you can see a big old hole. You probably can't because I'm in the way, but there is a big old hole in this formation. That's maybe where we got caught out in that game. But we'll go into the formation in just 2 seconds, because I do just want to show you the other saves as well. I did it all in one save, so you guys can see this tactic works across every single board in one save. There's no different scenarios and different saves. It's one save, the 23-24 season. It's gone very well. This time a Champions League top 4 spot with West Ham, and getting to the final of the Carabao Cup. We've got quarter-final in the FA Cup by Liverpool. We've got quarter-final in the Europa League by Liverpool, which is extremely annoying, but again, a decent season for West Ham. We just head to the data hub again, 2.21 goals per game, exceeding 1.08, slightly knocking down from that 0.35 that we did have, but still a very good season for West Ham indeed. In terms of most goals, we were second to Man City by just 1. Conceded, we were 12 behind Manchester United, down in 7th place. Possession-wise, we had 53%. Fewest shots for, we were 6th. Most shots for, we were 4th. So, a very good season again with West Ham. Meant to be sort of one of them outsider teams, obviously in the Europa League, because they won the Conference League. In this universe, they haven't played that game. Have they played that game? They might have played that game. Did they win it? I can't remember. Did they play it on? They might play it soon. Have West Ham won the conference? Am I going absolutely mental? I'm not too sure, but you can see we were actually top for a little bit of this season, 2nd place at times as well. And as we dropped to 4th, we only finished 4 points behind Manchester City in the league, which is very impressive. Now, Roma, a team where you'd like to think would be able to win it all if the tactic is very good. It is very good. We won the Serie A, sort of a dodgy start, but ended up winning the league, 5 points clear of AC Milan. We won the Europa League against the team that knocked out West Ham, Liverpool, 1-1 on penalties, and also won the Coppa Italia. A 2-1 win against Lazio is fantastic to see. Data hub wise, again, 2.79 goals per game, so lots of goals scored, 0.95 conceded, so again, dropping down ever so slightly from that West Ham stats. And if we go into the stats of this one, most goals of 106, fewest conceded, we were actually down on 36. Possession wise, we were 55% possession. We had the most shots, and we were not even in the fewest shots against, which is quite interesting because it is quite a weird system. So it's interesting to see through different teams, it has, different sort of results. Goal scored wise in this formation, we scored 32 with Tammy Abraham, 28 at Belotti, 28 and 10 assists from Dybala, 17 goals from Mike Smaldini with his fantastic heading ability, 35 assists and 13 goals from Pellegrini, 7 goals, 10 assists from Solback, and 3 goals, 10 assists from Cristante as well. With PSG in terms of goal scorers, I didn't get to show you guys that, so I'll show you it now. It's 57 goals, 10 assists with Mbappe, 25 goals, 10 assists for Icardi, 24 and 24 for Messi, 16 and 36 for Neymar, 13 and 14 for Soler, 12 and 6 for Marquinhos. So we're moving players like sort of Messi, Neymar, Ronaldo, Benzema, all of these players will be getting, I'm trying to do up-to-date transfers. I'm just getting a little bit ahead as I have got a new job starting next week, so I'm trying to get simulations done as soon as possible, so hence why they might not be the most updated stats for this one. And the last here I'll just show you very quickly is a 9th place finish for predicted 20th Las Palmas, so a massive underdog tactic, a massive underdog showing from Las Palmas. 0 goal difference is very impressive for a team just promoted. I don't expect we're going to be anywhere on here, to be honest. We were actually 5th on goals scored with 65. Possession-wise, we weren't to be seen. I didn't really expect us to be. But 21 goals coming from Sandro, 18 from Andone, 18 and 14 from Jonathan Vieira as well. So some very, very good stats in, but you're all sitting there thinking, what the hell is the tactic? So let's get right into that. If you guys can, make sure to like the video as well, subscribe to the channel, come over to my channel and subscribe as well. Head over to Anders' channel, who does the other videos on the channel, and subscribe to him. Go over to KenPXII, my second channel, where I do sort of football talk, a lot of Manchester United talk, as I am a United fan. You can probably tell that, so feel free to come over to there as well for as much of my content as possible. And like I said, stay locked in with Sort Out SI and Annabaz as well, because the content over here never stops, and we are so grateful for you guys coming over to the channel. And I'm starting off with this tactic, like I said, is Zinklo's 4-2-2 asymmetric tactic, and there's a big gaping hole on this left hand side, so I was not very optimistic about this tactic working in the slightest. It works, and I've got no idea why, but it does, and it's fantastic. The advanced playmaker has got roam from position on, but he doesn't now stay wider, which you can't actually do. He isn't side to the left. He is a middle advanced playmaker, and for some reason, it just works in game, which is fantastic. But we're going to start off with Donnarumma in goal, take fewer risks, sweeper keeper on defend, a fullback on support, and the right back role with shoot less often and sit narrower. 2 ball playing defenders, both with shoot less, a fullback on support on the left with shoot less and sit narrower, a DM on support in the left DM with tackle harder, an anchor man next to him with no further instructions, an inverted winger on attack on the right hand side with sit narrower, an advanced playmaker on the left hand side with roam from position, a trequartista on attack up front, which I absolutely love, one of my favourite positions in this year's game. It seems to work so well, and it's so underused, so very happy to see a trequartista in this role. No further instructions on him. An advanced forward on attack up front with dribble more. I suppose with the inverted winger sitting narrower, you do sort of end up with a narrow 4-2-2, and as you can see, the attacking width is actually set to sort of that middle setting. It's not too wide, it's not too narrow, so it probably doesn't affect the system too much with it being the way it is. And with the fullbacks being on shoot less often and sit narrower, that sit narrow means they're going to be very compact at the back, and going forward, maybe there's just a little bit of tactical fluidity there. Maybe if you are going to use this tactic in games, you can switch this winger either side just to make sure that, say if their left hand side is stronger than their right, you'd attack the right hand side. If their right hand is stronger side than the left, you'd attack the other side. That's the only thing you'd have to change, is sort of these two around, and maybe the trequartista and advanced forward around, to just make sure you're getting the correct results. It's obviously set to that middle attacking width. Play it, pass it into space, play it out of defence. Low crosses, a shorter passing directness, a high tempo, run at the defence and be more expressive. And transition is set to roll it out, distribute quickly, counter and counter press. And out of possession, it's a lower defensive line. It's a high press system. That gap scares me a lot, but it seems to work, and I genuinely was surprised when Zinklo sent me this tactic. It worked as well as it did, so massive props to him for getting this tactic to work. Triggering the press as much as possible and prevent the shortcut distribution as well is all the bits you need to put on to this formation to get this to work. It is going to be available in my Discord, in my Patreon, and obviously on the Sort Out SI website as well, so feel free to head over there. That link will be down in the description, so you can download Zinklo's Asymmetric 4-2-2. Thank you guys for watching. Like the video, subscribe to every channel you can, and we'll speak to you next time.